Hafid, and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. I'm here with Dr. Tom Shea from the Guam Medical Association to talk about the upcoming Cardiopulmonary Conference happening this June. So, Dr. Shea, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about how GMA came up with the topic for this year's conference?
Sure. Cardiac disease is one of the biggest killers on Guam and across the country, and also pulmonary disease as well. So those are the two topics that's most in need for Guam, the population here. So cardiopulmonary is the topic. So we teamed up with Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles this year, and we're going to provide 15 hours of continuing medical education credit. So it's going to be an excellent conference.
Okay, so there's a long list of speakers for this year's event.
Yep.
So who are they and where are they from?
I got my cheat sheet because there's quite a bit of speakers. There's like 15, 16 speakers altogether. But we got people coming from UCLA. We got people coming from USC, Hawaii, Arizona, Philippines, Taiwan, and we're looking at one person coming from Japan. So we'll take a look at the entire wide variety of speakers coming in. So this is really an international conference that's coming in. And the key speakers, I think, is going to be Dr. Quiros. He's going to be leading the cardiac talk. And he's our leading cardiologist in Los Angeles. So he's going to be giving one of the keynote speakers for Friday night.
Okay, and you kind of touched on this already, but there are some credits available.
Yeah, 15 continuing medical education credits, and we are already certified. The Guam Medical Association has been certified for 15 continuing Category 1, which is the highest of medical education credit you can obtain. And we run a very, very good conference. In fact, last year's conference, we were sold out, and we had to add seats. But hopefully this year, people register early so they don't come rushing in the last minute.
Okay, so I know this is something you guys always put on. How does this type of event benefit the people here in Guam?
Well, I think the key is the doctors who's practicing, primary care doctors, even the specialists, even the OBGYNs like myself, we need to know about the heart. The heart and lungs, we all need to know all of that too.
Okay, so there's a lot scheduled for the opening day. Can you tell us more about the opening day event?
Well, the opening day event is going to be on Friday, which is June 3rd, and it's going to be held at Hyatt Regency Guam. And the key is two key speakers. Dr. Quiros from Good Samaritan is going to be talking about cardiology, and Dr. Madanchi, Dr. Mohammed Madanchi, a very good friend of Guam, and he's coming back. He's giving us a talk on pulmonary hypertension, a very important one, how to take care of pulmonary hypertension in an easy and effective management way.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for all those in the community who want to attend, how can they register?
Well, they can register by calling Pram Sullivan. She is our executive director, and she is at 483-6600. Easy.
Okay, so what is the one main takeaway message that you want everyone who attends this conference to walk away with?
Well, there's a lot of message, but I think the key is prevention, early detection and prevention. So if you can prevent disease from happening, you're going to save lives down the road. And if you can pick up disease earlier, then you can cure it. And we're very happy to have St. Luke's on board too, because St. Luke's got very good talks. They got 4 talks and a couple of pediatric talks on here as well. And then we got Brewster and Misu coming in from the medical school, University of Hawaii Medical School, and he'll be also talking about the 2 ethics talks here. And ethics, we face every day. So he's going to be talking about pediatric ethics and also adult ethics. So I think that's going to be excellent. So this is an excellent conference. So I'm very much looking forward to this. And another important development is that lung cancer. There's no early detection of lung cancer. But now we're able to use low-dose CT. So Dr. Berg and Dr. Mali is going to be talking about low-dose CT screening for lung cancer. So if we can pick up lung cancer early, we're going to save a lot of lives, because lung cancer is number one in the country, number 1 killer.
So I understand this conference will also have some international attendees. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're going to have not just from Hawaii or from other countries, but we're going to have one person from Taiwan that's coming in. And the Taiwan speaker is actually going to be talking about cardiac disease management for the primary care doctor. So if you're a primary care nurse, you're a primary care physician assistant, or internal medicine, or family practice, you will want to don't miss that talk. Because that one's specifically targeted for the primary care doctor on cardiac disease. We also have 4 doctors coming in from the Philippines. And one of them is going to talk about the nagging cough. Everybody has a nagging cough.
Oh, yeah.
So we're always clearing our throat. So we're going to find out how do you work up and search for the etiology of that chronic cough. And that's going to be Dr. Campanis. She's going to be talking about that. And then COPD. There's a lot of smokers on Guam as well, and they end up with pulmonary failure. So we're going to talk about COPD. And then the other talk that going to be very interesting, sleep apnea. we have a speaker from Hawaii that's coming to talk about sleep apnea. So that's going to be interesting. And respiratory infections in children, very common in pediatrics. So if you have a children, and your primary care doctor, you should definitely attend because you're going to learn a lot about pediatrics. And one more last interesting talk is from USC, Dr. Gray Hirata, you met before. He's a maternal fetal medicine, and one of the biggest congenital heart defect is one of the biggest birth defects on Guam. And he's going to be talking about the fetal heart. And that's a very important talk for everyone to attend.
Well, so definitely all topics that are pertinent not only to us here in Guam, but people throughout the country. So last question,
Yeah.
When and where will this conference take place?
It's going to be at Hyatt Regency Guam, and it's going to take place June 3rd to June 5th. So that's right after the FestPac, I believe. So, we encourage all the other island nations because this affects the entire Micronesian chain as well. So if you have, those in charge of FestPac, hey, I would encourage them to come and sit in and listen to the expert because this is a world-class conference and it's right at the end of FestPac. So they might as well stay and learn about medicine and take it back to, American Samoa or the Marshall Islands so they can take care of the patients there as well. So we're here for them as well.
We're also joined here by Dr. Okio Oliso, who attended last year's conference. So what were your thoughts on last year's conference and what do you expect this year?
It was really excellent conference, and those who missed last year's conference should attend this year. This year is cardiovascular and pulmonary medicine. And we, as an organization of Guam Medical Association, we try to promote continuing medical education in good price. If we go to mainland to attend this conference, each one credit hour usually costs $100 or more sometime. And we offer this conference is really, really cheap, and quality is maybe higher than some of the conference done in the mainland.
Okay, so why are these particular topics so important for Guam?
Okay. Guam has a lot of cardiovascular patients, mainly cardiopulmonary disease, hypertension, and myocardial ischemic disease. And we, as a physician, we know this is a really almost an epidemic in Guam, and medicine itself is advancing every year. And we've been geographically disadvantaged being a small island, and keeping up to date medicine advancement is very important. And this conference is very advanced in content, which will be very benefit to all the physicians in this island and people as a patient.
Well, stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.